Hello, welcome to English Tips by Sunshine English Academy. My name is Milind Deshpande. This is our third lesson on subject and verb agreement. Let's begin with an exercise. Here are some sentences. You have to decide which the correct verbs in these sentences are. For example, the first sentence is some girls and one boy is slash are coming. Now you have to decide whether the correct verb in this sentence is or are. So pause your video here, go through the sentences and decide which the correct verbs are. Once you have done that, you can continue with the video. So pause now. All right, here are the answers. Let's go through these sentences and understand which the correct verbs are. Remember, whether the verb is singular or plural depends on whether the subject is singular, plural, or uncountable. So let's begin. The first sentence, some girls and one boy are coming. Our subject here is some girls and one boy. This is a compound subject because there are two subjects within that subject. Some girls is one subject and that is plural. One boy is another subject, but that is singular. But when two subjects are joined by and in a compound subject, then the entire subject becomes plural. So some girls and one boy is a plural subject, and therefore we use a plural verb are and not is. So the correct sentence is some girls and one boy are coming and not some girls and one boy is coming. The next sentence, the women or the man is involved in the decision. Here again we have a compound subject. The women is one subject and it is plural. The second subject is the man and it is a singular subject. But here the two subjects are joined by the conjunction or. In this case, what we need to do is look at the form of the subject which is closest to the verb. The form of the subject here is singular. The man is a singular subject or singular noun, and hence in this sentence we use a singular verb and not a plural verb. The correct sentence is the women or the man is involved in the decision and not the women or the man are involved in the decision. The next sentence, aren't any of you interested? Now, when we say any of you, the word any indicates a portion or a proportion of something. When we use words like any, some, many, half, or 25%, it means we are talking about a portion or proportion of something. So the rule is that when we talk about a proportion of something, we have to look at the object of the preposition of. If the object of the preposition of is singular, you use a singular verb. And if the object of the preposition of is plural, we use a plural verb. In this case, the object of the preposition of is you. Now the problem is that you could be either singular or plural. But in the sentence, we have used the determiner any, and this determiner helps to tell us whether the subject is singular or plural. Here, since we have used any, we know that the subject is plural. If there is only one person, we cannot say any of you. So it is clear that you here is plural, and hence we use a plural verb aren't and not isn't. So aren't any of you interested is correct, not isn't any of you interested. Next sentence, plenty of deer are there in the park. Now, deer could be a singular noun or a plural noun. But here we have the determiner plenty of, which tells us that the noun is plural, and therefore we use the plural verb are and not is. So plenty of deer are in the park is correct. Next sentence, much work has been done. Work is an uncountable noun. If you say something like much works have been done, that would be incorrect because work does not become works. There is no plural for work. Also, the determiner much must be used for uncountable nouns only. Therefore, our sentence should be much work has been done and not much work have been done. Next sentence, less noise comes from this machine. Now, the noun noise can be countable as well as uncountable. But here in our sentence, we have used less as the determiner. And that determiner tells us that the noun noise here is uncountable because less is used only for uncountable nouns. So here, with the uncountable noun noise, we use a singular verb comes and not come. So the correct verb and the correct sentence is less noise comes from this machine. We can see here how the determiners also help us decide whether our verbs should be singular or plural. Next, two flocks of birds are flying. Now, although flocks is a collective noun, when there are two of them, the collective noun also becomes plural. So we say two flocks of birds are flying. If the sentence began with a and we said a flock of birds, then it would be a flock of birds is flying. Next, 40 years is a long time. Now, when we talk of a period of time, it is considered singular, whether it is 1 year or 40 years. And hence we say 40 years is a long time, not 40 years are a long time. However, if we begin our sentence with there, then our sentence could be something like, there are 40 years to go. In that case, we use the plural verb are. Next, 70 rupees is a lot of money. A sum of money, whether it's 1 rupee or 70 rupees or 100 rupees, it is considered singular, and hence we use a singular verb is. However, if our sentence begins with there, then we use the plural verb are. For example, there are 70 rupees in my pocket, not there is 70 rupees in my pocket. I hope that gives you clarity on when to use singular verbs and when to use plural verbs. If there is any confusion, you should watch the video again. I also recommend that you watch the previous two videos on subject and verb agreement. The links to the previous two videos on subject and verb agreement are given in the description box. That's the end of our lesson. I hope you liked it. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, click on the bell icon to get notifications whenever I post new videos to my channel. Thanks for watching.